Yo, wagwan my people, we back again, with the latest in the combat news. So, I've been a fan of UFC for about 10 years, and I still have not learned my lesson.
I never learn.
That every time you get too hyped about a card, something's gonna happen. And for June, that was meant to be a disaster, Like, you know what I say? If something is too good to be true, it probably isn't. That's what happened with the UFC, like June turned out to be a proper disaster. Man was buzzing, when they talked about UFC 302 with Paulo Costa, Sean Strickland, and how they talked about Jared Cannonier fighting Conor McGregor, coming back to fight Michael Chandler, Khamzat versus Whittaker. Some proper big freaking fights, but what happened? They're all falling apart. The only fight up to now that has delivered for me is Islam versus Dustin Poirier. Love to see Dustin go on to the 5th round. Like, really gave Islam a hard fight, and Islam Makhachev, with his striking and all that, like, it was a good fight still. Obviously, Sean Strickland couldn't deliver with the bloodbath and the man dance. It was a bit of a boring fight, and the fucking stoppage that happened on the last fight night also left like a bad taste in my mouth, like, it was just a bit booky still. Then, now, we found out that Khamzat Chimaev is violently ill. That's what Dana said, And I knew Conor McGregor is not coming back, Like, this motherfucker is out there partying with the buddies and that, Obviously, he's not going to show up. So we're going to dissect what's happening. We're going to talk about all these things, But before we do that, man's got to, talk about a few things that's on my mind. I have to get it off my chest,
Get it off your chest. Go on.
Like, there's a lot of brothers out here. We've been chatting too much shit about my mask, like, all my days. I called Jamal Hill a bitch. Brother, he is a bitch. Say something. Like, cuz, in the mask, say what, man? I don't want the aunties and your mumsies to love me like that. So I need to keep it, keep it covered up, bruv.
Lock up your doors. Don't lock up your doors. Lock up your mothers, lock up your aunties, and any other women of legal age.
Gotta keep my privacy still. So if anyone's got a problem with me calling Jamal Hill a bitch, although he was acting bitchy, do one. Nah, I'm joking, man. That's alright. It's all love and air here. You can say whatever. I'm still gonna wear my mask. I think it make me look good,
A big, sexy boy.
Anyway, we get on to the business now. Let's go. So first off, man like Khamzat Chimaev is out of the fight next weekend in Saudi Arabia. Man is violently ill. And I'm just going to play the clip of Dana White.
A little news here. Unfortunately, Khamzat Chimaev is out of the fight next weekend in Saudi Arabia. Violently, and I mean violently ill. So he's going back home, and hopefully he gets well soon. The replacement, Ikram Aliskerov. Who is Ikram Aliskerov? This guy is 15-1. His only loss in his 16-fight pro career is the Khamzat Chimaev. So this dude is a legit contender in only his 3rd UFC fight. If he gets a knockout against Robert Whittaker, he'll go into a tie for the longest active UFC knockout streak. He's got 7 first-round finishes, 6 wins by knockout, 5 by submission. This guy has finished 11 of 15 wins, 73% finish rate. He's on a 7-fight win streak. We offered everybody in the division this fight. Nobody would take it except for Robert Whittaker.
So there you have it. You heard it from the man himself. Like, the replacement for this fight is Ikram Aliskerov. They offered this fight to Usman and Sean Strickland. They declined that. So now, obviously, man like Ikram is coming up, He's in the clutch. While, my guy Whittaker is always there. He stands on business. He said, you know what? Put whoever is coming at me, man's gonna fight him. And a lot of people, been thinking, what's next for Khamzat? Let's be honest. Brother, ever since he got the COVID thing, he hasn't been the same. A lot of internet warriors are calling him baby lungs. That's a bit sad, and they shouldn't be saying that. It's a bit mad, That's a violation. Stop it, guys. Come on. Be respectful. But at the same time, to be fair, it's just sad, bro. He had so much potential. A guy who was fighting 3-4 guys in a week or two, just not been active since then. Like, he had like about what, 7 pullouts now, and I don't think it's all his fault. Like I do think he's got an actual immune disorder, whatever you wanna call it. Cause like I've seen pictures where he's like, his face is all swelled up like he's been stung by 100 bees or something. So clearly something's happening with my brother, and you know, I wish him best of luck, but I feel like this is gonna end up like one of the other what ifs, which was Magomed Sharipov. You know, he also had some health issues too. A lot of TikTokers out there saying he's losing his aura and shit. Like, cuz, that shit is just goofy, you know. Like, what you mean he's losing his aura? Brother is on his deathbed, man. Like, I hope he gets better. I pray for him, man. Like, I hope he's alright. And a lot of internet warriors are out there looking like this, saying Chimaev doesn't want to fight. What a coward. Like, brother is literally dying, you know. And these are the same people who were getting worked up about my last video when man said Jamal Hill was a bitch. Like, relax, you know. It's like, it's alright. Health issues come up, you know. And we've seen that. We have seen that. Like, ever since he got sick, you can see at the later round, his lungs are not the same. His endurance is not the same. He does actually struggle. And I think partly it's his team to blame. Like, I don't know. I feel like he overtrains too much as well. If the brother's not doing too well, you need to shut it down. You need to tell him, like, you know, cuz, just relax a little bit. You're not feeling well. Let it be. Like, don't do too much. But I don't know. This is the brother's picture, you know. Like, he seems like he's doing pretty bad. I don't know what that means. So if any of the Russian brothers are watching this, could you just translate it for me and leave it in the comment, you know? I'd appreciate that. And like, a lot of people saying like someone needs to check in on bro. He gets deathly sick like twice a year. And you know what? It's just sad, you know. I was hyped about it. And just when he thought it couldn't get any worse, McGregor versus Chandler, it's a dead thing as well. It's done. They're chatting like it's still on, but nah. Don't believe the hype, you know. UFC is moving mad. They're trying to milk everyone for their last penny. They're gonna cancel this at the last second. I told them already. In my last video, I told them, like, you know, it's not happening. At this point, Chandler really be doing what he's told. Like, they're saying that the fight's gonna happen in August. I'm not even sure if people are still interested in this fight, you know. Like we all know Conor made that big money. He made the bag. I don't think he's coming back. But at the end of the day, you'll do as you're fucking told, you know. Like, I can't do an Irish accent. I'm sorry, my bro. I know I botched it, but it is what it is. I don't know, man. Like, Chandler really wasted 2 years of his life for this fight. That's just crazy, gang. And they really took it till the last freaking minute to tell us that Alex Pereira and Yuri Prohaska is stepping in. I kind of called it last video. I said that's going to happen. That would be the only fight that makes sense. I knew that either it would have been that or they would have got Ilya Topuria versus Alex Volkanovski. Although I did not want that fight because I know Alex Volkanovski, if he comes in short notice right now, he's just going to catch another L. So I'm glad that's not the fight they pick up. But Alex Pereira, man, that guy is always game. That guy is always game. He's ready, brother. He is always ready. Poor Tan, you know. That's the fight that we're gonna have. And win or lose, you know, Alex is always up for a fight still. And I really hope somebody is like out there looking after Chandler, because he was obsessed with this fight for 2 years. I feel like he's out at McGregor's yard outside his window with a boombox saying, baby, can we talk, you know? Because it's just sad at this point. I feel bad for the guy, to be fair. It's sad at this point, you know, because I feel like Chandler got blue ball for so long. And also in other news, I don't even want to cover it, but like fucking bitchy Jamal Hill also pulled out as well. Anyway, we won't give him too much time on this video today. And apart from this fight, like Saudi Arabia still got a bang-on fight with Pavlovich versus Blades, Johnny Walker versus Krylov. Still a decent card. But UFC 303, I'm glad Alex Pereira saved that card, but otherwise we had to write it off. But let me know what you think in the comments. Like about these new fights. Who do you think is gonna win? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Your comments, good or bad, are loved. I'm just playing with you. Like, if you don't like the mask, it's alright. try to find another mosque for you. But at the end of the day, it's all love out here. Until next time, safe.